Okay, so LeetCode problem 347, the top k most frequent elements. Here's some sample data. It's the same as given in the problem description, just in a more interesting order. And we're going to apply a lambda here on the right, and we want the top 2 most frequent elements. Let's start off by getting the frequency counts, and we'll do this by referring to the right argument, which is omega, the rightmost letter of the Greek alphabet, and we use the key operator, which is a higher order function. It takes a function on its left. And just for illustration purposes, let's put in alpha and omega, the left and right argument, and we will be able to see how this function gets called by the key operator on the data. So we can see it's been called 3 times. It's been called with each unique element in the order of appearance, and then their indices as right argument. We're not actually interested in the indices. We're only interested in how many indices there are, which would be the count. So instead, we can concatenate the left argument with the tally, the count of the right argument, so the length of the list of indices. And then we get this table. These are the values, and these are the counts. So there are 3 1s, and there's 1 3, and there are 2 2s in here. For ease of use here, let's split this into 2 parts, the values and the counts. So the values and the counts, and we're going to do a vertical concatenation. That means that we are concatenating as 2 to 1 to 3, and we are concatenating as 2 to 3 to 1, and that gives us a 2-element list of 3-element lists. And then we can show what they look like. So these are our 2 lists, and then we can use them. And the way we do this is that we use the grade function. This gives us the indices that would be necessary to pick the elements off in order to put them into the desired order. Here, this is pointing downwards, so this is a descending ordering, and it happens to be similar value here, but it's not really very important. What it's saying here is that in order to be descending, then we want first the 3, which is in position 2, and then we want the 2, which is in position 1, and then we want the 1, which is in position 3. We don't want all of them. We only want the first 2, which is the left argument, alpha. So we say 2 take on this, and that gives us just the first 2 values of that. And then we can use APL multi-indexing to index into the actual values that we have extracted, and that solves the problem. We could write this in many different ways, or we could combine the code into a single statement, but this keeps it nice and simple and airy.